That's a good movie. I swear to God. If you go higher than a 6, we're done.
Welcome back, Movie Nuts. Today we are reviewing The Gray Man. Now, I know we mentioned in the earlier this week that we were going to actually be having a guest on with us today to discuss Minority Report. Unfortunately, the plans for that fell through. So today we are actually going to be talking about The Gray Man, which has released on it was this month on the 22nd, featuring Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans as the two people we follow. And this one is only on Netflix, I believe. You can't find it anywhere else.
Netflix
exclusive. This movie has been a little controversial between the audience score and what critics have rated it. Before we get into this, if I sound a little, sick and messed up, I am sick. So just bear with me here. But without further ado, let's hop straight to this movie. This movie actually, Cody, you were telling me that this is actually going to get its own cinematic universe.
Yeah, with the Russo brothers.
So, not sure what they're going to do with that. And I don't really, when they say cinematic universe,
it's just getting a sequel. We don't have to call it a cinematic universe, but it's getting a sequel and a spinoff.
Okay.
So, I imagine there's a character, and I don't know which one, but one of them is going to be getting a spinoff, and then maybe it's a prequel movie to Chris Evans' characters. Who knows? And then, of course, Ryan Gosling will return as the CIA operative from Sierra to be in a sequel, which I'm pretty excited about. We're going to get into why that's exciting and why we think why we know the critics really failed on this one. Do you want to start with a little plot? Do you want to go right into some cool moments we liked?
Let's start off with the plot.
Okay. We have Ryan Gosling's character, which we really don't know much about. But basically, he goes before, this is more of a spoiler-free explanation right here at the beginning. Then we'll go right into spoilers. Ryan Gosling's character is in prison for a crime he committed, and he's basically offered by someone who is in the CIA, listen, we'll let you out, we'll commune your whole sentence, but you got to work for us, and we're going to train you to be like a ruthless killer. And that's basically right how the movie starts, and then you get a time jump to all right, now that's way in the past, and now we see him in his career as this operative, but I think it was 18 years later.
Yeah.
Yep. And a lot of action right away.
Yeah, actually, what I really loved about this movie, coming off of Triple R, Bahubali, watching the Indian cinema movies, what I love about this is that it's action-packed. It delivers on high-octane action, and almost, how we were discussing the in Triple R and some of the other movies that we've watched, the almost, godlike stamina of these guys. Ryan Gosling's character goes through so much.
I was going to say, it's not anything special. It does have elements of an action movie that are stereotypical, but it also changes some things. It's just a fun movie. It's not meant to be anything over the top, I think, or genre defining. It's just one of those Netflix movies that's I'm bored, I need something good to watch, it's
definitely a film that delivers on just high action. It's not gonna
blow your mind,
break any records, or it's a solid action film. Honestly, it's something I don't really know outside of Marvel what the Russo brothers have done.
No, I'm not familiar with their work that much either. Besides this, I think there's one other huge movie they did, and I don't even know if they had always worked together as as brothers directing, or if they had separate careers at one point.
I don't know either.
But hey, I wanted to talk about some cool moments in this movie, and one of the things that I really liked, and I noticed even halfway into it, was, I don't know if you noticed this, they were really almost purposely, you can like see it in the writing. They were trying to like make fun of like stereotypical action movie tropes and not do them. Did you notice that?
Can you give an example of something?
Okay, so this was actually really I noticed this nod to like the shows that do this was when the CIA chief, they were like zoom in on that, and the tech guy was like, I can't, it's a crappy blurry like street camera, I can't just zoom in on it, like you watch those crime shows and they're like enhance that image right there, and it just magically becomes so that was definitely like a nod to the fact that like we're not gonna do those stereotypical tropes that you see in a lot of action movies, which I appreciate. No, yeah, actually we did see the Indian actor who had the cameo. Luca actually yeah, Luca was telling me about that before I even watched it. Yeah, that's weird because he has his own poster, so I assumed he would have had a bigger role than what he did, because his character was pretty awesome. So yeah, that definitely something I wish this movie did have more of was his character. So yeah, also they had a reference to John Wick, because in John Wick 1, when at the end of the fight when he's bleeding out, he like basically goes to a dog shelter he goes inside like a dog shelter to get all his like supplies. Yeah, and he does the same thing in this movie, and I was like, there's no way they didn't see John Wick and know that, what I mean? Like, it's definitely like nodding. This is a very modern take on an action thriller movie, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's also like they classify it as a spy movie, but I honestly I don't know, I wouldn't really classify it as that.
Well, yeah, he is a spy.
Like when I think of spy movies, I think of like Ocean, like Ocean's 11.
Well, they're not spies. They're thieves.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Gotcha.
Well, hold on. Well, what's a?
Oh, there's some. There are some. There's some really funny lines. I don't know about you. I really love the banter Ryan Gosling's character had.
Kingsman.
Oh,
a spy movie.
Yeah, Yeah, but that. Yeah.
This is not.
No.
Or like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is a spy movie too, which is good.
Yeah, no, we definitely saw. Thank you guys for the comments. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we definitely saw Avixon. We saw his. Yeah, Dhanush. Yeah, we were talking about that actually before we just went live. Often add Indian actors in small roles. That's sad. I know what you're saying about them like adding character. They'll add famous actors from other regions just to get the movie to promote well in those regions. It makes sense. It sucks. He definitely should have had a bigger part because his character was pretty cool. I was surprised he just disappeared the way he did.
I loved his suit.
Can you
pull up a photo of his suit?
Sure. Let me find
that suit was banging. So let's see. What Ryan Gosling's, this movie, very Ryan Gosling centered.
Yeah.
He plays a very cold person.
Well, this is an okay photo, but
he doesn't really care about what's going on. He's very monotone throughout the whole movie as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the photo that I was looking at.
Yeah, no, his suit is awesome.
It's a really cool suit.
But he's monotone because like that was the whole point. Was like I like how they had that transition. Like when they met him in the prison. When they met him in the prison, he was cocky and silly, and then like they're like, we're gonna train you to be a cold-blooded, emotionless killer, and that's what he became. Why does his face look weird in the posters? I think it looks normal.
I think it's the stash.
As they call it in the movie, he called it the trash stash.
we haven't seen Chris Evans with a mustache in a long time.
Well, he did in Knives Out. He rocked the mustache as well.
Yeah, when did Knives Out come out?
A couple years ago. I want to say 2017, maybe. Am I right? That'd be
cool. No way. Ana de Armas.
Yeah, he didn't.
Was in that as well.
Yeah. Oh, did you not see Knives Out? Because that's an amazing film.
I don't think I did.
That's an amazing film. We could...
I don't think I've seen that.
Wait, I swear to God, I think did we do a podcast episode on Knives Out?
No, we didn't.
No? Okay.
There's a lot of the same... Are there a lot of the same actors in that?
Well, there's those two, Chris Evans and her. I
thought somebody was...
They were co-stars.
In there.
Is Vikrant Rona playing in your area? Yes, it is playing tonight, and we were going to go see it at like 9:30 p.m., but Luca is sick right now, so we can't get together to go see it.
Yeah.
We were going to see it. We might still, if it's still in theaters when Luca's feeling better. Otherwise, we will find it online because we really want. We actually were going to podcast Vikrant Rona right now, or like tonight, or tomorrow. But
yeah, we're planning on doing Vikrant and
yeah,
getting sick
because I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, so it is somewhere around here. It's actually pretty close by at one of the movie theaters, so hopefully it's out there. Thank you. I'm hopefully going to be better by Monday, so I'm expecting to be back in full swing. But all right, back to the movie.
Some things I want to mention. I really appreciated. Well, okay, this is really small thing. I just want to mention it. When he was on the train and he used the shoelace like on the door handle so he could tell if someone opened it. Small, but I like that. Also, the combat in this movie, because you can tell he's like, it's supposed to be like 18 years of this, of like being a killer like this and with the training.
Yeah.
You notice how like fluid the combat is? It's not like overly aggressive and angry. It's just like his moves are so calculated and precise.
Yeah.
I really like that. That was really cool.
He's very smart with everything. That's what I liked. He's resourceful, smart. Like you could tell that he's been doing it for a long time.
That's the thing is you can tell it's all instinct. And then when Fitz's character, he was like, "Leave me behind," and he in 6 goes, "I need time to think," and Fitz is like, "Don't think. Like that's not what you do." Like,
yeah,
he's like, "Don't if you can't figure it out right away."
Yeah,
I love the banter. The banter.
Yeah, the banter between Ryan Gosling and Anna about the gun, and also in that fountain scene towards the end of the movie where Chris's character's like, "Toss me the gun" or whatever, and he like unloads it and just tosses it in the fountain. He's like, "Well, I wanted it loaded," and it's like, "Don't toss a loaded gun." Dude,
that fight scene in general was awesome between the two of them.
And that was what I was thinking of. Like, he gets stabbed like 8 times, right?
Yeah.
In that fountain scene. And
I want to say 3 or 4 times.
No,
because there was
more.
There was the leg, the side, and the collarbone. That was the collarbone.
He got slashed. Slashed the leg.
Yeah, the collarbone was the big one because that was when he was like really like he smiled at him like well played, and Chris was like, "Thank you."
Yeah. They really got beat up in that. Like, and that's what I was saying before. Like, nothing took those guys down until like the very end. It was almost like, even though 6 beat the hell out of Lloyd, did they both really win at the end of the day? And then you get that ending sequence where she's like, where the
and they play. He says, "Play the song."
The niece, right? The niece.
Yeah, the niece
is in that house, and he shows up perfectly fine, not a scratch on him, right? He
had healed in the hospital until he broke out, I think.
No, but it's just crazy,
Yeah.
He's in the most secured part of the hospital, right?
Yeah.
Some leather straps are really going to keep him in.
Yeah. We will answer that question. I don't know if you want to answer that question until we get to the review.
We'll do it towards the end.
Yeah, we will answer that question.
When we get the rating of what we'll discuss sort of what's going on with Netflix.
I can understand something feeling like it's missing out.
Yeah,
it's not perfect. It's not perfect
compared to what Netflix has been putting out. I watched The Gray Man. I watched this movie yesterday, and before I watched Gray Man, I watched The Man from Toronto. And I was going to do a 60-second review on it because I haven't done one of those in a while, and I still will. But I'll just share my thoughts here of, that was another Netflix-produced movie with Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. And boy, was that movie a flop.
Yeah.
Like, Kevin Hart, as funny as he is with, like, The Rock, when he's not with The Rock, the chemistry of just, his comedy is just not there. Like, especially with Woody Harrelson, and Woody was playing like a serious character, and then you have Kevin Hart's character who's just kind of like doing whatever. And then I watched Gray Man, so I don't know if my perception of what Netflix has been doing like in terms of those two action movies, did that influence Gray Man and make it seem like it's a better movie to me? Maybe, but also looking back at another action movie with The Gentleman, which Netflix did, right?
We
So
enjoyed that. Well, no,
we
Netflix
did.
didn't do that. Netflix that came out in theaters a while ago. Netflix just put it on their platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, even though it's still on Netflix, whatever. But yeah, Man from Toronto, Cody. Don't even waste your time with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be good because Woody was in it, but it wasn't.
So,
Uh,
back to this. Yeah, I think we had mentioned a little bit about the lingo. I really like when he meets Lloyd and he's like, "How'd you know it was me?" And he's like, "White pants, trash stash," kind of leans Lloyd. There's a lot of besides. There's really good banter, but there's also really good lingo. All like
Yeah.
that. We're on a phone call. We can't really say exactly kind of lingo. Like very Mission Impossible. What's up, Biffer? Good to see you as always.
yeah, Biffer.
Let us know if you've seen this movie. Fight scenes. If you want to mention the notable fight scenes quickly, we've got the beginning at the what seems to be a party. We have the train. We have the tram fight. We have the airplane fight. We have the final fountain fight and the street one. Basically, the war in the street.
Oh, dude, I think honestly, that whole sequence of them fighting in that square,
Yeah.
I think was top notch. Like, Biffer, don't listen to the bad
Yeah.
reviews.
Don't listen to the critics, Biffer. Don't listen to the critics.
Don't listen to the critics.
'Cause
Just listen to us. Just listen to us, Biffer. Just listen.
You'll
Hear what we
notice.
have to say.
You'll notice. I'll say this. I guess we'll say this early in case you don't want to see this. I mean, you're gonna get spoiled, but you know that. There's a reason the critics one is way low, but then the audience score is really good.
Audience.
So, the open fireworks. Yeah, okay, that's a fight I forgot to mention. End sequence.
Oh, the
stood out
fireworks.
to me. Yeah, the final fight was awesome. I thought the fireworks fight was pretty cool. Chris Evans taken out in the end.
But yeah, the fight in the square, he's handcuffed to that bench. He can't really do anything, and he's trying to get a weapon or something to get himself out. And Lloyd is just like, "How hard is it to shoot somebody that is handcuffed to a bench? Like nobody's able to do it just because there's a shootout." That whole scene was just cool to watch. It was, I wouldn't say it was as tense. As I wasn't on the edge of my seat or anything, but
I think the final fight for me, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, I
the
had
final
no
fight
clue
was
what
good.
was going to happen.
Yeah.
We actually did discuss that before. We talked about
Dhanush,
him. That's why his awesome suit is on screen right now.
Uh,
I like the relationship Six had with the niece and the song they played and the thing that was another cool thing. He's like calm down. He's like calm down, and he's like it's just another Thursday. Just like he's like I'm at work. This is what I do.
Didn't he also say in the beginning that he's sort of not into watching kids or anything?
Well, that was
not his thing.
They said that because in that meeting when they told him he had to do it, he was like, you've trained me for 16 years to have no emotion. Now you want me to babysit?
Yeah, and then
but
he
it kind of
he
brings
ends
out
up
his emotion.
caring for that niece or whatever. So it's a nice little character development on that.
Yeah,
end.
I like the whole the old the leader what do you call it? The previous chief who he still respected and everything.
Yeah, I mean, there also, now that I think about it, there really is no other character development in this movie. This I literally just think that this movie was just to deliver on high action.
Yeah, but I also
what?
I was gonna say the niece and him had character development, and so did Fitz. But it's more, and so did the UK chief who sacrificed herself. But I was gonna say that in a lot of these action movies, the events that take place over the span of a week. People aren't gonna change that much in a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You and I, we've watched a lot of movies where the events take place either over 2 movies or over months or years of time, and that's where character development really shines.
Yeah. But I mean, what was the time frame in RRR of that development? You know, like
I think it was a while because both of them had been in prison in separate sections of the movie for a while. And also, you see sequences of them building a friendship over days, or what I assume was weeks of time.
yeah. I mean, it's all whatever the perception is too. So I don't know.
Well, because it's also
Uh,
like those movies were like, those movies had many events. This one was just one big event.
this was one big event.
But that's what these are. I don't.
Um,
I don't go. I don't go to these action movies for stellar cinema. I go just because I'm bored. I got out of work. I have a beer. I have food, and I want something
Yeah.
awesome to watch. You know.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you're trying to watch this to get, I don't know, some type of like I don't even know what to say really about it. Like some type of emotion out of it, or like you want to be moved or something. Like when we were reviewing Triple R and those other ones, we were saying that people were saying that we were too logical with it. So it's almost like
Beer.
we're taking a step back, and not letting the logic get to our heads and just going for the entertainment value of the movie. And I would say that I was highly entertained.
Yeah. That final fight.
It was a great film to watch. I actually haven't seen a Ryan Gosling film in a long time, to be honest.
I know. Me neither.
Like I don't even recall the last Ryan Gosling movie that I watched.
I need to watch. I know. Don't get mad at me, everyone, because I haven't seen Blade Runner, and I know I need to.
I haven't seen Blade Runner. Right?
I know I need to see both the original and the new one, and I will very soon. I think I just gotta power through it because they're long, but I think I have to watch them because I know they were like award winning. But in terms of notes, I thought I took a lot of notes for this movie. That was everything, really. We kind of mentioned everything.
Yeah,
it's well. Oh, the Russo brothers. They did make a cameo, or at least one of them.
I think it's better. Yeah, I mean, they kind of throw you into it, Rahul. They kind of just say, you start off on a mission. They kind of throw you into what's going on. So, well, actually, they don't start you off on a mission. They start you off in the prison.
I know what you mean. It's a slow.
See why he ended up there. I could agree with that.
Yeah, it's a slow drop of motive. You get it over time.
But there are Highwaymen was a slow moving.
Oh, yeah, but
film as well. But we still loved it. I think as time goes on, or as we watch more movies, we'll appreciate that slow build up because it really builds and makes the action just that much more enjoyable. But yeah, I don't really have much to say on this film. I do want to see what the critics are saying.
Well, I have one more thought.
Okay.
If there was anything you can add, what would it be? And for me, I think that even though that final fight was great. That's probably the one part of the movie where I was really tense and on the edge of my seat. But I think that I wish Chris Evans, his character got a little bit more action sequences than they describe him as this master torturer, but you only see him torture one person. They describe him as this lethal killer, but you see him kind of fight Ryan once and then just give orders from the sidelines the whole time, which I get it because it's his operation. But it's kind of like that thing where he's clearly a sociopath who's insanely smart, and it's like if you got to do something right, you got to do it yourself. So I was surprised he was kind of like sidelined a lot of the time. So I guess if I would change anything, I wish I had seen more of his character in terms of combat.
Well, maybe that's what we'll
Joe
get
Russo.
in, a spin-off
Thank you.
or something,
Yeah. But we can,
what would I add?
Yeah.
Uh
Or change or get rid of.
I mean, I think
I thought of one more.
Okay.
What I don't know her name. You mentioned it. The girl from Knives Out who plays the other CIA.
Ana de Armas?
Yes. Her character has very paper thin motive for giving up her career to help her because he's like there's a girl, because he just goes there's a girl in danger and she's like okay I'm gonna throw away my whole career and then luckily it turns out well but so I guess that was the other thing I'd want fixed is her motive was very very they
the Russo brothers are known for Infinity War and Endgame.
Mm,
You know, like that's their bread and butter. And I would argue that
I like
that
bread.
story writing is really good. I wish that the story writing for this movie was just upped a little bit.
Mm,
Just to give us a reason to figure out. Learn more about who Ryan Gosling's character is. We did see, through his past with his father and stuff, how he ended up uh, going to jail, I guess, and
yeah.
sort of that
That should
background.
have been a lot earlier. Same with
Uh,
like the connection to the niece
yeah, it should
should
have
have
been a
been
lot
earlier.
earlier.
Yeah,
Uh,
because then we would have had
and
a reason.
just rearrange some things and also just take a deeper look into
Drive.
the character so we can, you know, get a deeper feeling of who he is.
Yeah,
Uh,
they should if they had played those
you
two
can check
back.
out Drive.
Yeah, if they had played those two memories way earlier, I think it would have been a little bit better.
Yeah,
Time for
I
IMDb,
agree.
you think?
Yeah, let's check this out.
IMDb here, ladies and gentlemen. We're sitting at a oh god. We're sitting at a 6.5 out of 10. Let's check that curve. Curve is
Yeah, this is what I expected, to be honest. Got
Yeah, I mean,
mean of 6.8, median 7. You know, uh, really, people. This might be, like a 6.5 is probably gonna be like what mid range, right?
yeah, like
So
not like mediocre. For most
you know,
people.
yeah, mediocre at best for most people. Little over it, I guess, if you want to consider 5, like straight down the middle. Uh,
Mm.
so a little bit better. Uh, oh man, Stranger Things in India must be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know anything
Uh,
about it, so I mean, I don't watch Stranger Things.
wow.
Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't know about you, but I'm not surprised. So
No, I'm not surprised. I mean, with
yeah,
IMDb, it sort of reflects a little bit more of what I think, uh, you know, the actual population thinks. When we
yeah.
look at Rotten
I know
Tomatoes,
this is the
that's
interesting one here. This is the weird one. I saw this last night after I watched the movie, and I was really shocked because it is not. Like
yeah,
even
and
if
it's a 91% with 100+ ratings. Not
yeah,
that many ratings.
yeah, I know it's weird, but it's also very new still on Netflix. It's not like a blockbuster people are gonna go get tickets for and have to see. They can watch it whenever they want as long as they have Netflix. So no one's really rushing to see it. I think. I think also the bad press probably had something to do with it. But then again, you can
Oh
see
yeah,
that.
for sure.
I think people are noticing that if you watch it, because I just had my friend. I just had my friend last night. He was like, "Let me know what you think," because I hear bad things, and I said, "It's not bad. Go watch it." And he's like, "Oh right, you were right. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as critics are saying. It might not be perfect, but it's not a 46.
Oh no, it's not. It's not.
It's not a
It's not
46."
perfect. But
So
somebody said a $200 million snooze fest.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
No.
I wasn't snoozing. I was awake and I was tired. Oh.
Lack of texture or flavor. This only really succeeds as a succession of mildly diverting, bullet-riddled set pieces. Jeez.
Yeah. What about some good ones? Here's some good ones. These are depressing.
Well, I just want to see what the bad reviews are
Oh, yeah.
because
I want to hear a good one.
we think it's a good movie. So
I'll put some on screen for
for
people
us
who
to
wanna,
read,
the critics. I'll put these on screen so everyone can read them.
the critics are always also just
Um,
weird.
the too violent line. I don't know about that. It's not.
The Gray Man is not the worst film Netflix put out by any means, but it is yet another example of
The
the kind
boring
of bland
identity.
and insipid anti-cinema that has become their trademark. Do you think there was too many jump cuts? I thought like the action sequences were actually pretty smooth.
Yeah, I didn't notice too many cuts. Maybe one fight. Oh, you know what? I thought actually, I will say, I thought when the plane started to go down, there were a lot of cuts, and I got really confused. I couldn't tell where he was.
Oh yeah,
That was the
that
only.
was just a
Yeah,
crazy sequence in its own too.
yeah. The camera work could have been a little better on that. If I watch this movie again, it'll be only because of Chris Evans. I loved him. Yeah, Chris Evans was great. It's cool to we were just talking about this before we started the podcast. It's really cool to see Chris Evans play villains now because he's been stuck as a hero as Captain America for 10 years. I think around 10 years. So to see him branch out and be able to play characters he's not used to is really cool because you can tell in the movie he's having a lot of fun.
It's also based off of the books too. There's also a book called The Gray Man.
Well, now I want to read it, to be honest with you.
I don't know. These critics are just all over the place, and they all just think it's a bad action film. But
they say it's all. This person said it's all a bit much. I'm like, yeah, it's an over the top action film. It's what sometimes they forget that this is the entertainment. Sometimes you just want a fun action movie to like kick back to. It doesn't have to be a fantastic cinematic experience every time.
No.
Everything Everywhere at Once is a great movie. Yeah, we definitely still need to see that. It's definitely on our list. I have it written down.
Everything Everywhere. Yeah, it's on our.
It is on our list. It is.
It is. I actually don't. I have to see where.
So is it time we
go watch it?
Oh, you know what? Is it time to drop our review?
Yeah, we could do ours. Do you have a number in mind?
I might. Why don't you continue the conversation? I gotta put the this has to be updated. Sorry everyone, there's some movies missing from our movie.
Yeah, we know
list. We have not gotten a chance, or I have not gotten a chance to change. So this will be updated very soon. We got the Gray Man in here, and we can move this around. We got to add Zarpata and Bahubali Part 2 needs to be added to this. I'm aware.
Zarpata.
It's been a minute.
Zarpata was in there. I saw it first.
Yeah, no, because it was the moving one. Zarpata was a 7.9, and then Bahubali 2 was. It's actually they are in that thing below me, the scrolling thing. Everything is there. It's just not in this frame yet. It was conclusion was a 9.0. Okay, why don't you go first on this one, if that's okay with you?
Okay, that's fine. I think this movie, it's pretty solid. I was entertained. I thought it was a good way to spend my day bedridden.
I mean, I hope to help.
So, it did, yeah. I would say, for me, this movie it's a 7.3 for me. I would say it's pretty solid. I think I would watch this again, to be honest.
I would too.
I just liked that it was high action. It was something that sort of took what I liked about what we've seen in like the Indian cinema stuff, like in Triple R's, like just that like crazy, throw the kitchen sink at it, type of action where they're just like fighting and. They can get stabbed so many times, but the adrenaline is just going and keeping them up. And actually, Cody and I will check out the director's chair that has the Russo brothers, S.S. Rajamouli, and Rajiv Masand. We will check that out and possibly do a video on it, just because that was something that interested me when the Russo brothers actually talked to S.S. So I wanted to see what they said, because they apparently have said some great things about each other, so maybe they'll get some inspiration from SS and incorporate it into the next film. But yeah, 7.3, solid film for me. So yeah, I think the critics got it wrong. I think the audience score is a little too high. I think a 91% is a little too high. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this, Cody?
Well as you, I was actually really excited to watch this. Like, I actually was like, sometimes when you just don't know, either when there's an action movie out, you're like hyped, and Ryan Gosling is really cool, and Chris Evans is awesome. And I was on my way home from work, and I was like, wow, I'm so hyped to like go home and watch this movie. I was really excited. And I honestly was not let down. I got a fun action movie that was an enjoyable watch. It was a really fun watch.
Yeah.
And, to just relax to. And it was just kind of, one of those not mind-numbing just gonna watch some awesome action, and it's got a decent story. I really like the idea of like, whenever there's like a top agent, so Sierra 6 and he's the only one left and he's unbeatable. And so and it was really cool because when they were advertising this movie, this whole like it was basically like Ryan Gosling versus Chris Evans, who's gonna win. And that was really what I came for. That was
Buzz
what I was
Lightyear or Kendall.
Yeah, so that's what I came for. And so I'm gonna give this I want to get you to put it at even 7.5. Actually, I was really I'm gonna put this at a 7.7 for me.
Okay. And you want to be in the middle? Because
honestly,
7.5.
Because I honestly haven't seen, besides the John Wick movies, there hasn't really been a lot of refreshing action movies, and I do really appreciate what the Russo brothers did. I kind of felt like the whole time I was watching this, I was watching something they actually made. It felt really unique in terms of like the way they ran it, and I liked all the how they avoided all the stereotypical tropes and even made fun of some of them that action movies do or spy movies do.
Yeah. So we got in the chat a 4.5 for entertaining purposes, a 6. Okay.
I can see that.
That's not too bad.
Ta-da! Oh, too small of a poster. Oh no, I'm freaking out. OCD. There we go.
Well, we did watch Triple R, and I think the Russo brothers, even maybe in this movie, have sort of tried to emulate the high action of Triple R.
Maybe. Yeah, we do actually have a review of RRR. Yeah, on our channel. It's a couple videos back, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, so Gray Man, 7.5 collective.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions for us or just want to discuss anything,
if there's any movies you want to talk about,
we have set aside. Looks like we set aside maybe about 23-ish minutes.
Well,
before we hit an hour mark. Been on the stream for about 37 minutes, so. Next film we are doing actually is going to be KGF, Part 1 or Chapter 1, whichever one it is. We've had a lot of people commenting, please watch KGF, and we are watching KGF. I just gotta actually, where can I even find KGF on?
I don't know. Let me check too. I'm excited to see that.
It's on Prime.
There we go. Easy.
So yeah. KGF is the next movie on the radar.
Yeah, and then Pushpa. KGF and then Pushpa.
Oh yeah, Pushpa.
Because that has been a request by you guys.
If I am
it's free on it's on Prime for free, so we're good to go.
Oh, both of them are perfect.
So yeah, those movies will be next. In Vikrant Rona, if we can see it in theaters before it leaves the theaters.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
We will be seeing it.
So we could be pumping out a couple videos in the coming week.
Yeah.
We honestly wanted to see this being the first American film that we reviewed in a while.
Yeah, in a while.
We weren't too sure how it was going to do. If you guys were going to be interested in tuning in on it. So, if there are any American films that you guys are interested in that you may not have seen, or that you may want us to review, then let us know, because we have a lot of Indian films, which we will get around to. We just have to, get it going here.
3 Idiots is on our list. It is.
Yeah,
that's another one that's been recommended more than others. So. Avatar 2. I'm worried about it because it's been so long since the first, but we'll see. I think it definitely has great potential.
My expectations are high.
That's the problem. That's the problem. It's been so many years of hype.
Oh, also, are we considering Gray Man a win for Netflix? We didn't answer that question.
Oh, is this a win for Netflix? Yes. I think I think Netflix has another entertaining film on their. They need them. They desperately need them right now because they got very little.
Yeah.
Super Deluxe. It's one of the best Indian movies and different from commercial Indian movies. Okay, I will add, that's not on our list yet. I will add it right now for you. I'll add it. You got it.
Yeah,
Super Deluxe. Actually, if you guys would like, I don't want to mispronounce them. I was going to say I can read you guys the movie list we have so far. But it would get...
It would take you a long time.
Yeah, it's here. I'll put... This is the list of movies you all have recommended. So, when we say it might take a while, you know...
I could just make a second sheet on our document, but we could transfer them all over.
Well,
there.
yeah, I'll copy and paste this wherever you make a sheet. I'm adding that too right now, Biffer. I am adding that.
Yeah, you guys have been recommending so many movies, and it's like, my God, you know.
Well, it's great. It's great.
But yeah, it is great, and all right. Well,
I think that's it for today.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Coming up next is KGF, so make sure you have that notification bell on so you guys know when we're going live.
And that should be soon. That's probably going to be the beginning of this upcoming week, maybe. I'll have the time, so we can get some great episodes out this upcoming week.
Yeah, expect it, you know.
No, so what happened was Biffer Minority Report was going to be today, but our guest could not make it, so we're having to push that back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, also Minority Report, it's an old movie. I don't know if people necessarily care about our reaction to it.
Sardar Udam, so the thing is we don't really want to do reactions to trailers of movies that are already out, and I think that movie's already out, right? Sardar Udam.
Sardar Udam.
Yeah, look it up. I think it's already
out.
It's
a movie from last year.
Yeah, so we'd rather just go right into reviewing the movie if we don't want to do trailer reactions if it's already out. But that movie is also another top priority on our list. In terms of top priority, before we go, I'll let you guys know. My phone will work. So KGF, obviously, Sardar Udam's like the top of the list. It's right. It's right under Bahubali, and we've already done those. So it's coming up. Toombad, Three Idiots, Vikram, but the other movie first. A lot of movies. Got a lot of movies on the list. Imagine Indian cinema.
Wow.
Steven Spielberg. Okay, well, interesting. Well, that's what we thought SS was with Triple R. That.
I think SS just stands for Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg, Rajamouli.
Kind of very fast-paced action. You need it. Oh, okay, that's fine. But we like the action. We love over-the-top, fast-paced action. So that's cool with us.
We're open to anything. So I'm hyped for KGF. I'm hyped. I might even I might watch it tomorrow or on Monday.
Yeah, me too. I said it in the channel. We have in the channel right now, the video before this one, there's a channel update video. It's a couple minutes long. I'll say it here again. If you guys have movie recommendations, first leave them in the comments, not in the live stream chat. That way we can find them really easily. So comment on movies you recommend because I'll add them. But again, if you guys think you're like, it's not for them, it's not their type of movie, just recommend it anyway. Because honestly, even if it's not for us, we'll definitely check it out and see if everyone else is interested. So no matter what it is, even if you think it's not something that's up our alley, recommend it. We'd love to hear everyone's thoughts and leave your review of this movie, The Gray Man, in the comments. And we love talking to you guys in the comments. We reply to everyone. So
yeah, we try to reply to everybody.
Yes. Luca, Rahul says get well soon.
Thank you. Yeah, I will be.
He must. So
I will get better soon. Hopefully, I wasn't too much of a drab.
No, there you're good. All right. Well, do you want to sign us off? You.
So overall, 7.5 for The Gray Man. Coming up next, KGF Chapter 1. So keep your eyes out for that review coming soon. Make sure to share this channel with your friends. You know, we're very we're close to getting our community stuff from YouTube set up, and we would love to create a community for you guys to engage with each other on. So if you guys could help us out in getting that started, that would be great. And we hope you guys enjoyed the Gray Man review, and hopefully you check it out for yourselves if you haven't seen it. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, and check out our Instagram if you want to see. Luca's going to be posting more 60-second reviews, so like quick movies we don't want to do a full podcast on. So there's more stuff there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, peace out, everyone.
Right.
Thanks for
See you in
joining.
the next one.